Tonight on the September 16th edition of the Muskie Daily, Hal Burlingame expresses his excitement for the upcoming opening of the Roberta A. Smith Library.
A couple's unique artwork comes to the Louis O. Palmer Art Gallery. All that and more on the Muskie Daily. Hello, I'm Zach Vinsky.
And I'm John Webb. Topping our news today, Title IX is a federally mandated law to make students more aware of gender equality, sexual assault awareness, and alcohol consumption. Muskingum University started providing students with a Title IX training program called Campus Clarity. This program will help students understand and recognize these issues. Students will now have to complete a Title IX training interactive program every year while attending school.
Anybody that did the long training last year got to do the short training this year. So it was more of a refresher. We're required to do annual trainings. So something will happen. You'll get a third one next year if you were, and a fourth one for all the first year students that just completed it. It's not going to end, but the long one is over. So that's a blessing, I think, for everyone. Unless you haven't done it before, then you have to just commit.
A local New Concord leader is being honored for her dedication to the New Concord area pool. Mayor Greg Adams read a proclamation to honor Linda Jones at Monday's Village Council meeting for her 25 years of service at the New Concord area pool. Jones started working with the pool when her and her husband started caring for the lawns. Jones later became the pool manager. The New Concord area pool has played a large role in Jones's life as well as in the New Concord community.
My kids all been lifeguards there, and they're bringing their kids there to swim. And like I said in there, that this is I'm on my second generation of lifeguards whose parents were lifeguards. And it's all for the kids.
Jones says she was completely surprised with the award.
Construction in the new library is still in process and has made great progress over the summer. Chairman of the board, Hal Burlingame, shows his excitement to how the building is coming along.
I was here earlier this summer, and it was moving along. I can't believe how much progress they have made. I mean, they have, furniture, it's not in place, but furniture's in there getting ready to be put in place. Rooms are being finished. I mean, enormous amount of activity is going on over there. This is going to be one absolutely wonderful facility for Muskingum students.
The building will not only be a library, but it will hold the education department as well.
The Louis O. Palmer Art Gallery is hosting a new exhibition called Wood, Wool, and Ink. Unique artwork by John and Janet Taylor Lehman and their sons will be on the display for the community and students to see. Director of the art gallery, Professor Jan Sun, invited the couple to come to Muskingum to display their artwork. Professor Sun is confident the students will like the art show. The exhibition includes several mixed media pieces that include wood, wool, and ink. Art exhibitions are displayed on campus to benefit students and display the artwork. These displays are planned many months in advance by Sun. Wood, wool, and ink will continue to be displayed in the Louis O. Palmer Art Gallery until October 1st and is free and open to all visitors by appointment.
Intramurals are starting up on the campus of Muskingum University. So far this year, there has been an increase of participants. Student Life Coordinator Devin Cecil spoke about the recent developments in intramural activities.
Continue to explore new things and try and, do what we can with our budget. I think we're going to try and work with Senate to get a little bit more so that way we can do more for our students, and part of that might be expanding into outdoor rec, which is like high ropes and kayaking and whitewater rafting and things like that. And so we're looking to expand as much as we can with what we're given.
Students are encouraged to contact Cecil with any new ideas. He can be reached at dcecil@muskingum.edu. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll have a look at how a bug is causing Apple's new release to be postponed.
An Illinois school district.
We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
The search is on in North Dakota for a missing kangaroo. Several people have reported seeing a stray kangaroo near a lagoon. Wildlife experts say it's likely someone who tried to keep the kangaroo as a pet dumped the animal. This is Leo, the only licensed exotic kangaroo in the entire state of North Dakota. His owner believed he and Leo can help capture the stray roo.
So-and-so in the afternoon, but by the time we got there, we couldn't see it.
Okay. The idea being, if they see your pet Leo here, they'll come up to you and you could maybe capture it.
All right. Well, smell it first.
Okay.
They can smell them for about 5 miles away.
Schmidt says he and his pet will continue to search for the stray kangaroo.
A computer bug is forcing Apple to delay release of a new Apple Watch software. The tech giant planned to release Watch OS 2 software today, but Apple says it discovered a bug that's taking longer than expected to fix. The company did not say what the flaw was or when the software will be released. The OS 2 is expected to add new faces, let users reply to emails, and allow for more powerful apps. It's also expected to make Apple Watches run faster.
Some teachers in Illinois hit the picket line today. This just hours after contract negotiations between the Prospect Heights Education Association and District 23 Board of Education broke down. The district posted a message on its website expressing disappointment over the lack of a fair and equitable contract with the union. The teachers say the strike will be a minimum of 2 days, but they're in it for the long haul if necessary. Classes and all school activities are canceled until further notice.
An Air Canada pilot diverted an international flight to save a dog's life. Apparently, the heating system in the plane's cargo area malfunctioned, and that put the pet bulldog riding under the plane in danger. Shauna Hunt reports.
It's like child, it's everything.
This sweet little face is responsible for diverting an international Air Canada flight. Meet Simba, the 7-year-old Frenchie from Tel Aviv. Our cameras were rolling as he reunited with his fur father here at Pearson Airport after quite the airborne adventure. Simba was in a crate down here in the cargo area. This is how most pets are transported, but mid-flight, there appeared to be something wrong with the heating system, and this plane was about to fly over the Atlantic. The pilot feared that there could be a sudden drop in temperature, putting little Simba into a dangerous deep freeze. How low could the temperature go in the cargo bay with the heating system malfunctioning?
Well, if you look at the outside temperature, if it's minus 50 or minus 60, there is some insulation, but even then, it'll probably still get down to below freezing.
Even though conditions remain stable at about 19 degrees, the pilot decided to land in Frankfurt, Germany, put the dog on another flight, and then continue on to Toronto. Aviation expert Phil Dirty tells me the pilot made the right decision.
The captain is responsible for all lives on board, whether it be human life or even canine life, animal life.
He says a stop like this would cost up to $10,000 for added fuel and landing fees. Who's going to eat this bill?
It'll probably end up being the airline, because it was a malfunction of the aircraft.
Air Canada tells me about 260 passengers were on board. Overall, the flight was delayed by about 75 minutes, which these travelers consider to be a minor inconvenience considering the circumstances.
I'd probably be upset, but if it saved the dog.
Well, this is why I have this out. I mean, wouldn't you land the plane for that face?
Probably. I used to be flight crew.
Oh, great.
So, it would have been done. It was definitely the right thing to do.
Simba's dad is grateful for the pilot's big heart and could tell that he was a dog person too.
I also saw that captain played with him and some employees in Frankfurt airport.
Now, Simba traveled overseas with his owner, who is here to study in Toronto. I'm being told it was the dog's very first time on an airplane. At this point, there's no word if Simba will fly again. At Pearson Airport, Shauna Hunt, City News.
A man living with amnesia for more than a decade finally knows his true identity. This man has called himself Benjamin Kyle for years. He was discovered beaten, sunburned, and left for dead outside of a Georgia area restaurant in 2004. Doctors diagnosed him with retrograde amnesia, and he's spent the last decade seeking help to learn who he is. Now, thanks to help from a genetic genealogist, Kyle knows who his family is and where he comes from.
All this time, and thanks to genetic genealogy and DNA detective work, he finally has what should have been his for years.
For now, Kyle won't reveal his actual name to protect his family. Kyle intends to meet with them soon.
The sun is shining and temperatures are moderately pleasant, but will it last?
Find out when Zach returns with your local weather forecast.
This is Will Mullins, and I want to encourage you to watch Chapel on Orbit TV Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Thanks.
Find out what decisions are being made at Student Senate that could affect your campus organization by tuning into Orbit TV on Tuesdays at 11 in the evening. And again on Wednesday through Sunday at 10 in the morning and 6 and 11 in the evening.
Hello, I'm Zach Vinsky, and thanks for tuning in to the Muskie Daily. Here's your local weather forecast for tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night. For the rest of the day, it will continue to be sunny with a high of 80 degrees. Tonight will be clear with a low temperature of 52 degrees. Thursday looks to be sunny and still warm with a high of 82 degrees. Thursday night will be clear with a low of about 51 degrees. Friday looks to be sunny again and still warm with a high of 81 degrees. Now here's a look at your extended weather forecast. Welcome back. Let's take a look at your Muskie sports update. The Muskie football team is back in action on Saturday when they travel to Alliance for a date with the reigning OAC champion Mount Union. The Muskies and Purple Raiders were both off last weekend with their bye weeks. The Purple Raiders come into the game following a 47-0 victory in Week 1 over Bethany. Mount Union has won the OAC each of the last 20 seasons. and are looking to win their 21st this year under third-year head coach Vince Karras. WMCO will be live from Alliance with pregame starting on 6:30 on the Orbit. That's all for your Muskie Sports, but stick around because we'll be back with the scoop on upcoming events here on campus.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the Muskie Daily. Be sure to pick up a copy of the Black and Magenta and listen to WMCO 90.7. Have a great night, New Concord.